In the future, a tech company developed a technology that could transfer human lifespan. The rich could achieve immortality simply by paying, while the poor could sell their lifespan to afford the life of their dreams. The only requirement was that the person be over 18 and their DNA must match the buyer's. With a low barrier to entry and high returns, this naturally attracted many young people. Take this boy for instance. His family lived in poverty, so his parents decided to have him sell 15 years of his life to live a wealthy life. Jim, a salesman for the company, made it his daily mission to convince newly turned adults to sell their lifespans. Today he made a deal that not only made him the top salesman but also enabled him and his wife to secure a loan to buy an apartment. However, just a few days after the loan was approved, the apartment was destroyed in a fire. Anna, his wife, had secretly used her own lifespan as collateral to secure the loan without Jim knowing. Now Jim was filled with despair. The situation only worsened when the court, with its typical efficiency, sent people to arrest Anna. With no other options, Jim turned to Sophie, the company's CEO, for help. Given Jim's contributions to the company, Sophie promised to find a solution. But after a few days she had taken no action. Today Anna was about to be forcibly taken. Jim tried to visit his wife, but the company's security wouldn't allow him to. They seemed to be afraid he might witness the operation. Soon Anna was pushed onto the operating table. The procedure wouldn't make her age instantly, but within a night she transformed from a young beautiful woman into an elderly lady with deep wrinkles. Fortunately, Jim didn't reject her because of it. But Anna, feeling unworthy of him, now decided to return to her parents. Jim's family was now shattered. Now Jim only wanted to confront Sophie and understand why she had deceived him. When he saw Sophie, he realized something: she seemed younger. It was clear Anna's lifespan had been transferred to her, which explained why Sophie hadn't helped. But Sophie underestimated how much Jim cared for Anna. The next day Jim went to the black market, bought fake passports and a gun, then set an ambush near the company. He planned to kidnap Sophie and take back the stolen lifespan. Eventually he found his chance. He snuck into the cemetery behind the company armed with a stun gun and made his move. He intended to frame the crime on a terrorist group. Everything seemed to be going smoothly, but Jim had overlooked the cemetery's security cameras. The security team quickly arrived and found Jim's abandoned car and phone at the scene. Meanwhile, Jim had already boarded a ferry to his destination, where he had arranged for a medical institution to transfer Anna's lifespan back. As the ferry neared the dock, the police had fully sealed off the harbor. Just when Jim thought he was trapped, he passed a family on the dock and had a sudden idea. He managed to reach his destination and learned from the young girl that they had actually caught the wrong person. She revealed that she was Sophie's daughter Mary. Jim didn't believe her, so he stunned her and locked her in the car again. But then they were hijacked by a group of armed men. After some conversation, Jim realized they were members of a terrorist group opposed to the company. What shocked him even more was when they revealed the truth about the fire at his apartment. It turned out Sophie had ordered the fire to destroy the apartment. Anna's loan back by her lifespan had been intentionally arranged by Sophie so that Anna couldn't repay it and her life could be forcibly taken. This would allow the aging Sophie to regain her youth. Determined to confront Sophie, Jim invited her to a warehouse for a meeting. Sophie hesitated for a moment but agreed. However, it didn't take long before her bodyguards spotted the trap and the situation quickly escalated into a tense standoff. A fierce gunfight erupted. Jim and Sophie sped off toward a private clinic where Anna received 40 years of lifespan from Mary. In the end, Anna was able to return to her original youthful appearance.